All right, welcome to topic 4.1. We're looking at example 2, and as we look at this idea, we're understanding different kinds of expressions using simple equations or different kinds of expressions is the terminology being used, which is kind of and so we see this idea, the expression $9.99 times D, which stands for the cost of a random number of almonds, pounds of almonds, and 12.99C can be used to find the total cost of that. Right, so we have this equation given to us, and so in our first equation, it was asking you, can you write the equation, kind of figure it out, and then plug things in. Here they're just giving you the equation, saying, okay, here's the equation, right? And now let's see, can you plug the numbers in and solve for this correctly, right? So we want 1/2 pounds of almonds and 2.5 pounds of cashews. The biggest thing with these types of problems is it's not so much that you're not going to understand how to do them. I think that's going to give you I don't think that's going to be your biggest struggle. What's going to happen is there's going to be quite a bit of information. You got to make sure that it all stays organized. I think that's what you got to watch out for. So as you start working with this, you got to make sure that you are separating your ideas. So if you have D is this idea and it goes with almonds, you got to make sure you're putting that 1.5 there, and C of course goes with the 2.5 pounds there. And doing that, so you're making sure you're not confusing the information being given to you. With that being said, then we can take the steps then to solve this, right? We're looking for the total cost of almonds plus the total cost of cashews. So you're going to use the equation given to you. You're going to plug in the numbers, right? We said D equals 1.5, so we plug that in there. And C equals 2.5, so we plug that in there. And you do your multiplication. All right, this times this and this times this, which you get these wonderful numbers, right? And add those together and rounding up to the nearest cent because no one wants to lose money, right? And so you have that problem there. All right, as we move on to example 3, hopefully you paused the video, you went to the try it for example 2, you got that done and solved, so you have that kind of solidified in your head before you start looking at the next problem. Example 3 really pulls in the same idea, kind of is starting to mix things together, making sure we're understanding all the different ideas. It says, okay, kind of we want to find an equation that helps us understand this, and then plug numbers in so that we can solve for the answer that we want, right? So we have this idea, right? 2 friends earn a total of $M in 1 week doing odd jobs. They split the earnings so that each friend gets 1/3 of, right? Of means multiply, the total earnings. Right? So they earn M, and each gets 1/3 of the total earnings, which is M. Second part of the equation. Malik uses $32.50 of his earnings on lunch each week. So we have that idea, this picture being given to us. So far we know that we're taking 1/3 and we're multiplying times the total earnings, which our first sentence told us was M. So we can put that there like that. M equals the total earnings, right, of 1 week, right? 1 week. Right? So that's how much they make, each of them makes in 1 week. Now Malik, next sentence says that he uses of this 1/3 of this, he's going to spend each week on lunch. So he's going to subtract that from his total earnings because he's spending it. So with that idea in mind then, it says last week the 3 friends earned $963. How much money did Malik have left after paying for lunch? So basically what we're seeing here is we've developed the equation from the first part of it, and now they tell us that M, the total earnings, equals 963. So we're going to plug that in to our equation, 1/3 times that, and subtract and solve for his money. Alright, so we continue on with their examples, right? We got that 1/3 m minus 32.5, plugged in the 963 for m, and then got an answer of this, which tells us how much he has left over. Alright, that brings you to the try it for example 3. Go ahead and give this one a try and work through it and come ready with your questions on the first part of the lesson. That's it for topic 4.1. Right? Key idea here is as you write the equations, think about where everything goes and do everything you need to keep it organized, and that's going to help you out a lot.